Hey, I'm Jim Weber in the Fox 13 Weather Center. Thanks for logging on to MyFoxHurricane.com. Still watching Hurricane Sam out into the Atlantic, very powerful hurricane. We kind of want to talk about where we would look for these systems this time of the year. So we're towards the end of September. Remember, September, just about anywhere in the tropics is fair game to watch some of these systems developing. Now, as we head towards October, you start to confine where you're expecting to see these systems developing a little bit closer over into, say, the Western Atlantic, the Caribbean, and the Gulf of Mexico. You're not looking as far out towards Africa. Doesn't mean it can't happen. It's just typically you're seeing most of your activity starting to develop more in these regions. So here we are with Hurricane Sam. Through the overnight hours, we're seeing maybe the system was struggling a little bit or not as well defined. Having a little issue, a little trouble finding that eye in the enhanced satellite imagery. Now, the hurricane reconnaissance plane, they've been flying in the system this morning. They've made a pass through, and they have found that pressure has come up a little bit, but they're also noticing it is starting to reorganize itself a little bit, and you can see that on the enhanced satellite imagery, especially on that western and southwestern side. You're starting to see some more of that deeper convection with this. Now, it's to the south of that ridge, which is sitting to its north, and that will continue to steer it on this same basic direction over the next several days. And really, there's not much in its way over the next several days. It's got warm water. It has a little wind shear. As we get to, say, day 3, 4, and 5, there's a possibility maybe a little bit of drier air that it may be dealing with, but still a question mark on how much that, if any, will actually affect Sam. Right now, winds are at 125 miles an hour. It's moving to the northwest at 8 miles an hour. So it's going to continue on that same basic track over the next several days and eventually turning a bit more towards the north. Here is Bermuda. So it's inside that cone, but it does look like that Sam should pass to the east of this system. But when you look at the various computer models, they're all to the east of Bermuda, but you are at least seeing a bit more of a spread in these models once you get up towards Bermuda. So there's still a little bit of a kind of a wait and see with this. The confidence isn't as high as you would really like to see it. So that's an area that we'll continue to watch this very closely is Bermuda. And then you notice you start to get much bigger of a spread of those models the further north that you go. But this is not an issue for the U.S. It will be making that turn. It's just really a question, how much of an effect will Bermuda see with this as we head towards the weekend? Other than that, you look further out into the Atlantic, we do have a couple of other areas that have the possibility of developing over the next several days. We'll keep watching all of these areas, and we'll keep you updated right here on MyFoxHurricane.com.